Brother Marines. Brother Marines. Brother Marines. We have returned again on this day today. Tony, are you a Brother Marines? You hear Brother Marines, Brother Marines, Brother Marines. Come here. Come on. You want a cookie? We can give you one. Come here. Come on, Tony. Come here. Everyone wants to see you. They're right there. They all want to see... They all come here to see Tony. I promise. I promise they do. They all come here to see Tony. Do I come get you? Is that how this works? Do I come to you and then bring you here? Come here. Let's lift up the cable so you can walk under. Okay, he doesn't want to come. Alright, Tony. Fine. But I am the holder of the cookies. Okay, that didn't work either. Alright. Look at this guy. He's got his eyes all charging. Shoop-de-whooping his laser beams. Alright, there you go. You can have some cookies. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, indeed. Yeah, you finished those already. Now you're looking at me for more? Well, where'd they go? You didn't even get any cookies, did you? They're gone. First they were there, and now they're gone. Somebody must have taken them. Somebody must have taken them, Tony, right? Is that it? Somebody took your cookies, you didn't even get to eat them. If you did, they would still be there, right? If you got to eat them, they'd still be on there, so that way you could eat them. I get your logic, Tony. I get it. Okay. So what do we have in store today? Well, we got lots of interesting things to be working on here. I'm not sure how great the soundtrack is here. This soundtrack ranges from whisperingly quiet to overbearingly loud within seconds in the same track. So let me know how the volume is. I'm gonna try to adjust it if and when I can. So just let me know on that one. Just give me a little bit of a heads up on that one, and we will get to that when and if we need to. So just let me know. So what do we have in store for today? Well, there we go. Put myself over here. Well, we've got a few different pieces that I'm going to be working on right here. I might, considering these should be very small in the big picture of things, of what I'm kind of planning to do right now tonight, there's a good chance that I'm probably going to take these, finish these, and then get some more pieces and do some different stuff. There is going to be all sorts of little things that you're going to be like, oh, I didn't expect that to get done tonight. So I really hope you don't miss out on this one. So if you're going to be watching it during the stream, well, there's a good chance you missed me saying this. If you're watching this during the VOD, you're probably sitting there going, why is he saying that? So, Brother Marines, strap yourselves in. We're in for some chop. Let's go over what we're going to be doing today. So at one point, I want to take these energy packs. Is the camera focusing or not focusing? Focus, camera, focus. It's one of those non-focus days, isn't it? Of course it is, right? Why? Why, camera, why? You were supposed to be the chosen one. You were meant to destroy the Sith, not join them. You're meant to bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness. Okay, so hopefully we can get this to work at some point. Usually this does the trick, right? I make it flicker a bit. Oh, that sneeze that never comes. Ah! No! No! Why? Oh, that's the worst. It's gonna just come out of nowhere by surprise, isn't it? Out of nowhere. I'm sorry about that. Let me just wipe this right here. There we go. Right. So, okay, these things are never gonna focus, I guess. Focus, people. Focus. Let's try this thing I tried before. Because you know what? It seemed to kinda work. So if I go to... configure video? Aha! I've found you! So don't touch the zoom. Do not touch the zoom. That's what I noticed. Don't touch it. Don't do it. I'll try one piece. Let's see. Set sail for one piece. Let's turn off auto. Let's apply. Let's turn on auto and apply. Did it, like, get more unfocused as... Okay. So I'm going to do what I did last time, and I'm going to crank the focus up. Focus, camera, focus. I'm going to crank the focus up. To 500. So that way when I bring the pieces up really close, I mean, look at that. You can't argue with that, can you? When they go away, they'll be out of focus, that's fine. Well, then when I bring them up, oh, look at that. That's like the best you've ever seen it, isn't it? So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna apply. Hopefully this doesn't crash anything. Ooh, okay. So, that's what we got here. So we got these power packs. And I'm thinking I'm going to take some of that brighter silver and just kind of go around the edges of these. Just give these that same highlight that I gave everything else the other day. And then on these top wings, there's going to be this section right here. That, just the inside of that, I'm going to give that a little bit of gunmetal. I think these will probably be fine. I'm fine if they're a little bit darker than some of the other metallic areas. So I'll leave them just like that. This one here, similar sort of deal where I'm going to try to give it like some silver highlights on the edges and yeah, on the edges. And then I was thinking, and I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this. I was thinking I might just freehand some stripes across this thing. Just kind of pick a width or whatever, pick an angle, and then just kind of go with it and just do the best that I can to make sure there is as even as possible. If they're not absolutely perfect, I'm not going to, like, beat myself up about it. I'm just going to get it as even as possible. There you go. So this piece, and then similar with this one, I think I definitely am. Over this one, just because it kind of seems boring where it's all just this silver plate. This door, I was going to go over it with, I was going to do the whole thing with just, like, yellow or whatever. There's stages to get to that, by the way. And then, from there, I was then going to do the black over top. So same process, roughly, except for going to be kind of, I'm going to be doing it normal way for this, and then I think I'm going to be doing it hard mode for this. I think that would be the easiest. I think, you know what, we'll see. Either what I'm going to do here is I'm going to paint brown stripes onto this, and then I'm going to paint orange onto those brown stripes, and then I'm going to paint yellow onto that orange. Or I paint the whole thing brown, the whole thing orange, and then the whole thing yellow, and then I do black stripes over top of that. Which is what I'm going to do with this. for just this door. I'm going to go over this door, give it like a brown, and then give it an orange, and then give it a yellow, and then give it the stripes, and then when it gets hit by the wash and all that, all these like deeper areas, the recesses there, those will all get filled up with the dark wash and things like that, so it'll create some shadow there anyway. I'm not too worried about that, and it'll also kind of enrich the color a little bit. So, same thing with this one. There's just going to be this like USB port looking thing right there. And there was another thing, I was talking about this in one of the other streams, where there's these kind of wheels on the side, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to go about this just yet. So I can, I'll figure that out. I might just do the outer layer, the outer sort of ring of it, but on both sides, and then do that with some gunmetal and the silver. But that right now is kind of will I, won't I? I don't quite know. So maybe I could put like a pole. Hold on, I can print screen. Wait, I can print screen, right? Print screen. Okay, wait. What do I need here? Rectangle. That's what I need. Alright, excellent. I'm going to put that in the Discord, so that way, if people show up later, they can at least have something to look at for what I'm asking about here. Okay. And now let's add this poll. Let's see what people think here. Ultimately, it's my decision, but I like to ask what people think. Okay, there we go. Done. It's done. We've put up a poll. Let's see what people say. Let's see what people think. Let's see what people do. What do you think? What do you know? What do you do? What do you go? There we go. Okay. All right. It's upsy daisy. It's ready. There's also going to be all sorts of different things I'm going to want to get to. Like, there's going to be like buttons on this control panel. That to me looks like a little monitor or like thumbprint or something. And then there's like elevator controls over there or something. I don't know. Maybe we'll do those the same. A green arrow and a red arrow, kind of like on Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. Or like on an elevator. Why not? Like, why do we gotta make this complicated? And then similar thing on this piece, where I'm gonna want to go over these seats. That's what I was wanting to go over with like brown, sort of like a leather, on the backrest, and then onto the like seat cushions themselves. It just kind of seems like it would fit the best, just kind of giving it like the old brown leather sort of treatment. Seems right. Okay. Ah, okay. Wonderful. 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 So we're at it again. We're up to our same old nonsense. We do a little bit of trolling here, right? We do a little bit of trolling on the channel. So just a wee bit. So let's get to this, I suppose. You know, one of the funny things is after I fixed one of the pilots, something then fell over onto him, and then it broke the handle off again. Like it snapped the glue again. So I'm gonna have to re-glue that once again after I fixed it. Beautiful, beautiful scenario where it's like, I just fixed you. It's like, yes, yes you did. Welcome to building a Thunderhawk. And it's like, geez, why do you have to be so like catty and spiteful about that? I'm a Thunderhawk pilot. I have that rare dignity among all of the different Space Marine models in your collection. I'm like, you right. Fuck! Right? Like, that's kind of how it is. Well, let's see. Where do I want to start? What do I want to start with? I could start with doing some metallics again. Start with metallics. Then I'm not sure if I want to start with metallics, because the problem with that would be is that I'm going to definitely have to clean that water. Because then the water will get full with all the metallic particulates sort of thing. And then suddenly, now we've got shiny metal brown. Oh, it's made out of letharnium. It's a letharnium seat. Leather steel. Lead steel. Lev steel. Yeah. Lev steel coats, which are a form of leather steel compound metal somehow. So, yeah. Oh boy. Are we on the Montauk now? Sweet. Why not? Why not? What's it gonna hurt? What's it going to hurt to be here on the Montauk serving cane? You know, I should probably get around to actually making that thing if I ever want to do that. Is this thing clean or clear? I don't know. I don't know if it is, but you know what I do know? That's not monetizable. That's right. Corpo Slathe. Slathe, the corporate Space Marine. That's right. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. So, shall we? Let's get some of this lead belcher. Let's give it a little bit of that ghost wank. The more and more that I keep using these and then shaking them on the different streams here, the less I'm really going to have to keep doing that over and over and over and over again. Which is nice. I like that. I'd prefer it that way. Alright, let's get some things in the chat here. There we go. We have like a few squads here of Space Marines in the chat, just sitting there. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, so I'm not gonna need very much at all to do what I'm about to do here. I'm about to make a name for myself, yeah. Alright. All I really need to do on this is just I just need to get a little bit of this gunmetal metallic just into there. That's it. And if I get these edges here, I'm not too worried about that because that could just look like a little bit of scraping from the two pieces that join together at the wing section there. Everyone with the captain! Okay, we need to get a little bit of black for that, probably. I could try. It's gonna be much brighter than on the other side. Let's get a look under the camera here, because that might be able to spot anything that I'm missing. And then comparing it to the other side, maybe it's about the same. I think I did a cleaner job on that red one than on the black one. That's fine. Like I said, it doesn't matter if it's got a little bit of scraping going on. There's a whole lot of scraping going on. And I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to want to get... what I'm going to want to have silver in here. There's a couple areas I could think of that would make sense. Like, I think these footrests, I think would make sense. Because then it also just kind of makes them stand out amongst everything else. Giving them a little bit of silver there. Just kind of makes them stand out. Makes the eye just kind of recognize them a little bit more. Oh yeah, there's footrests there, sort of thing. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these, because these all look like they're different, there's like these like windows or circles, you know, these little, I don't know what to say for those. The speedometer? I don't know. Gas? One of them shows if he's in park or reverse. I don't know what those are. One of them could be like pitch and altitude. That could be neat. If I go in there, I'll have to look that up. How to do like the pitch and, is it the altimeter? If anybody knows what that's called, please let me know in, like, the chat, or if you're watching the VOD, in, like, the comments. You know, you were asking about the gauge that shows what the altitude and pitch and angle of the plane is. That's called the bada. And then, there you go. You're helping out. You're helping out, you're helping me grow, and you're helping the channel develop more. That's right. You are helping. By coming in and going, actually, I believe that is called... We got Curry in the chat. Shout out to Curry. Oh, we're attacking. We got shout out to Curry. Gotta give that recognition. One of the channel's very first members. Brilliant. Oh, delicious. Okay, so... Thank you very much for your patronage. So what are we working on here today? We're gonna do. We did a little bit of these silvers already. It was just it just needed a tiny touch, just a dab. So it was just adding a little bit of silver to these little USB port looking things, and that's fine. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need. It can be a little bit sloppy on the edges, kind of like I did on like the left one there. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. Because I could chalk all that up to just a little bit of scraping between the top wing hitting the main wing. Now, next, I'm probably going to want to grab this brighter silver again. And also I changed the camera settings. So now instead of being autofocus, it's at 500% focus or whatever that means, I don't know. So essentially, and here Curry, let's see what you think about this in the chat. So when things are around here, it's going to be blurry, and that's fine. But then when I bring things up really, really close, all of a sudden it's in a higher clarity than you've probably ever seen this camera ever do before previously. It's as if it's absolutely immaculate and amazing. It's almost as if this is a good camera, it's just that I don't know how to use it properly. So you see, if I set it this way, I can just work this way and be fine, and then I can come back later and I can show off the piece in high definition quality. So you see, I'll let you decide. Let's see what chat thinks about that. And then some other thoughts that I had here. While people are showing up again, I mentioned this maybe like 5 or 10 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. I have no idea. I'm not keeping track of time. That's what that bar at the bottom of the screen, if you're watching the VOD, is doing. It does it for me. I delegate that job to YouTube. So, one of the things, and I put a picture up in the Discord, so in case it's not clear, I put a poll up in the chat. So, kind of like on some other parts, which I've already sort of started working on or doing, there's like these wheels that are on the sides of these top wings. Now, it's not entirely clear what I would consider to be the same part, considering there's this, like, obvious wheel shape, but then you flip it around, and then it kind of just joins into that ring, but then that ring suddenly goes out to the side, and then that also, even, like, that would be as if this whole piece here would be silver. So I don't really know exactly what I'm going to do with that. I was thinking of making just the wheel and maybe just figuring out, maybe just doing it with a paint job, or I don't know how I'm going to figure this out, to be honest. Just doing the side and ignoring that. The wheels on the side. Do I want to be doing those with, like, keeping them kind of as is, where they're hull colored? Or do I want to be doing those things on the side as silver? I'm kind of leaning towards silver right now. Because it would line up with some other pieces that I've already been working on and how I've been wanting to make them have, like the front of the assault ramp at the front of, like, the nose cone. And then, like, same thing with the other side, right? I just don't know how to implement it just now, so I'm still kind of figuring that out. Even if it was just, you know, now that I'm thinking of another option that might be simpler. Even if it was just that kind of, like, galactic empire shape in the center of the circle, if I just did that all in silver, right? If it wasn't the whole wheel and it was just that, like, galactic empire looking thing right there, that might work too, because then I don't have to overthink it, and it's still following the same sort of logic as the other pieces, maybe even more so than what I was just considering. Okay. Oh, Curry, thank you for your vote. I love democracy, and I love the Republic. And when this crisis is over, I'll keep the emergency powers because I'm awesome. So, thank you for your Crusade helmet, Curry. An absolute crusader of the channel. He's definitely been on the crusade for the last while. If there was, like, if YouTube had, like, streaks, like, you've watched this many streams in a row without missing any, or something like that, Curry would definitely have probably up there. He'd have the most right now, I'd say. Because a lot of other people would, either, you know, they would have, their streaks would have broken. But Curry's had a pretty good consecutive streak, I gotta say. Absolute crusader. Alright, so let's get a little bit of this brighter silver, so that way I can do these energy packs, and then I can do the parts on this door. And then for the door, I've got another 2 different ways about doing it. I'm almost thinking I might just go about the regular way I do it, but it's already all in black anyway, so it feels like such a waste. I might be able to not have to do that. We'll see. We'll see. So, I don't even need much here. I love this song. From ancient bloodstock, these warriors of proud sons. I love the song, but the lyrics, don't ask me. Us Astartes, his proud sons. Defend against us, his proud sons. Okay, let's do it. Courage and honor and Privler and Primarch Astartes. What is this song called? I believe this one... There's 2 songs that have, like, the same chorus. So I think this one's Proud Astartes, but I'll just have to double check for you. This one is Ultramarine Soundtrack 14, Proud Astartes. Merit unbreakable spirit Astartes. Alright, let's bring this up to frame. Let's do this like this. Proving defenders unchallenged in battle Astartes. Courage and honor and valor and Primarch Astartes. No fear they know, Adeptus Astartes. This might be the last track in the soundtrack, if I remember. Because this was either, to my memory, because it's been a while since I've watched Ultramarines, right? I believe this might have been the ending credits theme. Because I don't think they had this during the actual fight between him and the Demon Prince. Spoilers. Oh my god, Slathe, you just ruined Ultramarines for me. You mean there's a Demon Prince at the end of the movie? I didn't know. You've ruined it. Okay. Let's go sunning. I'm going to do what I couldn't do on the other one because I messed up, and I'm going to make these ones look better. Or maybe there's another track. Okay. Not surprising there's a Demon Prince. Yeah. I think when that movie came out, I made this, like, kind of ranty, somewhat of a parody, I guess. I don't know. I made this comparison video between the Ultramarines movie and The Lord of the Rings. I also said that the movie looked like it was made on a PlayStation 2. And then I also took away one lesson. There's one lesson that I took away from that movie, as, like, you know how, like, a story will have kind of the moral at the end of the story, what it was that you were kind of supposed to learn or take away from it, right? It gives you something at the end. that you go, ah, I will remember that, right? And the thing that I remember from Ultramarines the movie is always bring a helmet. Because those things can knock out demon princes. That's why when people complain about Space Marines not having helmets, it's actually a far more valid complaint than people know, because a Space Marine could fight a demon prince and knock him out as long as he has a helmet. Like, who needs a Thunderhammer? Who needs a bolt gun when you have a helmet? Right? Can I get helmets in chat for the Ultramarines movie? Always bring a helmet. Choose your helmet carefully. Can I get helmets in chat? Can I get some helmets in chat, please? There we go. Thank you, Curry. That's right. Always bring a helmet. That might be one that I should probably... Maybe I should come back to now that I've, you know... That movie's been around for a while, right? I'm a little bit older now. Maybe I could watch it, re-review it, give it another chance, and, you know, maybe even, you know, what about that? Slathe the Space Marine re-reviews Ultramarines. Not many people talk about the movie. It's true. Then again, not many people like the movie, to be fair. It's generally widely negative opinions about Ultramarines the movie. It's rare, it is the rare occasion when you hear people giving it praise or saying something nice about the movie. Which, I mean, to a certain degree, one of the kinder things that you may have heard would have been, but come on, this is the only thing we've got. And of course, that would have been before things like Warhammer Plus and all, you know, a lot of different things that were made after the movie, right? But generally the movie is negatively received. So who knows if my opinion would have changed. Because that was probably, like, far more than 10 years ago, I imagine, right? It's been a while. I don't even remember when the movie exactly came out. But I'm just going to guess that it was more than 10 years ago. You know, maybe closer to 15 years ago, or... I don't remember when that movie came out. I'd have to kind of look it up. Okay, get a little bit of that brighter silver in there. Alright, that is looking alright. Nice and bright. There we go. Nice and shiny. And then if I can, I'm gonna need a little bit more, aren't I? If I can, I'm gonna want to just get this edge here. If I can, just lightly. I don't want to go dummy thick on this. Okay. There we go. Nice and defined. Excellent. Excellent. Flawless victory. So we'll just let that one just kind of cure facing upward. So metallics seem to take a lot longer to cure as well. That just seems to be just a common thing with metallics. Metallic paints take far longer than other colors to cure, or they stay kind of almost sticky. I don't know what to say. They stay sticky and wet. That's right, sticky, wet, and spreadable. Okay, so now, if I'm not working with more silvers yet, because I still just, I don't know exactly what I want to do with this yet, so I'm gonna put these off for now and do other things so I can kind of mull over that a little bit and kind of decide, what am I doing there? You know, wait a minute, who is this, sort of thing. And then as for these other pieces, I'll move on to them. So we've got once again, we've got the cockpit the cockpit section, which has all sorts of different details. So I'm gonna have to like look all over this thing and figure out what it is that I'm doing with everything, because it looks like there's all sorts of these like circular monitors and things look like buttons all over the place. Like, are those buttons? Or are those, like, toggles at the back? Like, I don't really know exactly what everything is. I might need to look at some examples. Like, that definitely looks like something. Buttons and, like, a circular monitor. That could be, like, radar or something. Like, you know, you don't know. And are those, like, extra seats? Like, do those pop out and then somebody can sit back there? That's what that kind of looks like there. Like, those things, they, like, push it in and then it pops out. And then there's, like a little bench that the person in the back can sit on. And then there's going to be all sorts of little controls we got right here. All sorts of different, like, gauges. Like, I'm guessing that that's going to be speed or fuel or something. Like, that makes me think, like, a fuel gauge right there. But then there's monitors on each one of these sides, like 1, 2, and then there's that another 2 right there. I'm gonna guess that those are monitors or some type of gauge. I just don't know yet. There's not gonna be, I don't know if there's gonna be lots of examples. It also looks like there's buttons that are in their seats as well. So like next to the cushioning, there are more buttons, it looks like, or lights or something. Buttons or lights or something, which for the purposes of painting this shit is pretty much going to be the same thing. Buttons and or lights. All right. We got Ultramarines Chant. Let's get this on here. Okay. So I think the plan here is going to be taking, I don't know which pot here is good, or if both of them are good, some Mornfang Brown, and then applying that to the surface area of that door. Which is also kind of like why I didn't highlight the door any further. Because I kind of thought, you know what? This is better. Let's go with this option. And if I want to add scrapes and scratches to it or something like that, I still could. And then we could use some highlights there, because it'll make the scratches and scrapes look a little bit better. Is this must be really thinned down or something. Which is fine. For what we're doing here, thinned down isn't gonna hurt anything. It might even be our friend in this case. Because really, we just need to bring this up to... We need to bring this to yellow from silver, which I'm not going to be putting yellow over top of a metallic. That's just not happening. Okay, we need more music, though. You know, I've never played this game. Soundtrack. Alright, there we go. Let's put this on. And it's like, but Slathe, what are you doing? I thought you said you were making these yellow hazard stripes. And it's like, I am. That's exactly what I'm doing right here. But that's brown. And it's like, I know. Let's see what brown can do for you. But Slathe, don't you know about the science of using pink paint? And it's like, get out. There's a door over there, just leave. If you're going to be like, but Slathe, the pink paint. No, 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 no. We're not doing that. We're doing it this way. We're doing it this way, where you go brown first, and then orange. This is the way we're doing it. That's right. That's how I do it. That's how Dad does it. That's how America does it. That's right. Iron Man. That actually went on pretty well for really thinned down paint. It might have been because it was just like some grays and silvers. So it was fairly blank slate. And brown really likes to mask a lot of the metallic, I find, which is beneficial when you're doing certain paint jobs. But there we go. Look at that. Nice. The brown door. What's on the other side of the brown door? No one asks that question here. No one tells. And there's some paints that are in my paint set, let's just call it, that I need to replace at some point, because I am running low on it, and it's going to be more difficult, though, for some of them, because, you know, sometimes just getting access to this, or even knowing what the paint was when you've had it so long, and the name's, like, rubbed off of the bottle. Alright, so now, we're going to want a little bit more of this. Let's go for these chairs if I can. It's going to be amazing how much of a difference this is going to make, just visually. Okay, I'm going to need to fix some of that up. It was a little bit sloppy, but that's fine. A little bit sloppy is okay, because a little bit sloppy can be easily cleaned and fixed up. So a little bit sloppy isn't really a big problem. It's just kind of normal progress. I honestly thought I'd be doing this with a much finer brush, but here we are. Okay. I'm gonna need a bit more of that, and then... It might need a couple coats, just considering the nature of what I'm gonna be going for here, and also just looking at that job already. It might need a couple coats. Then again, it was also kind of running low on paint on the palette there. So, we'll see what I need. That is an unknown factor at the moment. It's like, you need a miracle, Slathe. Yeah. I know. I hear this music a lot in the Valorant streams. Ah, yeah. This is the Mechanicus soundtrack. I've never played Mechanicus. So, you know, if that's a good game, maybe we'll play that at some point in the future on the channel. If it would be fun and fun to watch, like I'd have to check it out and kind of gauge it out and go, would this be fun? Would people actually like this? Would I even actually like this? Before I would commit to anything like that. But keeping the idea there. But yeah, that's right, actually. Now that you say it, that does sound familiar. I do recall that being said at one point, that he uses the Mechanicus soundtracks on a lot of his streams. I think the reason for that is with like monetization of videos, certain music over other music is like, certain music is allowed and then certain music's not, and it kind of depends on the right holders. And I think that generally music from Warhammer games, I believe, and I could be totally wrong on this one, I believe has been fine in the past. So it's maybe just kind of how they choose to hold the rights on that one. I don't know. But it was there. It was on the screen. So I went, let's go Mechanicus soundtrack. Alright. That's already looking kind of better. That's what I was wanting to go for. I'm gonna need to give that some kind of highlight in some way. I mean, it's probably gonna need to get another coat in some areas too. Just to be real about it. But hi, I'm the real Slathe. Slathe the Space Marine. Don't get confused with any imitators or other Slaths. I'm definitely not that grunge band from, like, I don't know, Eastern Europea or whatever they're from. Alright, that's looking good. There was a reveals show today. Oh, well, tell me about it, Curry. Tell me about it. I was busy doing other things. Mostly sleeping. I was working during the day, and then after work it was like, alright, I need to go get some cat food, and some food for me, and I need to go all over the place, and I was going from store to store to store, doing all of my sort of grocery run sort of stuff. And then by the end of it, I was like, I'm sleepy. 40k and Horus Heresy reveals were just roadmaps. So what does that mean? Just... there's going to be stuff in the future sort of thing? Here's our reveal. There's gonna be stuff. Is that kind of the gist of it? Wow, I'm sure it was worth it for everybody to stay up for like 6 hours sitting there watching it and going, oh man, this is gonna be great, and then at the end it's a picture that says November. They teased some juicy chaos stuff. Well then. That sounds interesting. We'll have to see how that turns out. Which does make me think at one point if I keep doing this and I do more hobby stuff, one thing that I'm gonna want to come back to, obviously, would be, and this is gonna hurt. I should probably just do the whole thing, right? Or maybe I could just do stripes and then I could clean it up later. Yeah, I think I'll go with this method and I'll just clean it up later, it's fine. Oh geez. That's gonna be about here. Okay, I might have been a little bit close. Whatever, we'll figure this out. I'll do a balancing act later on. It's gonna be a bitch, but it's gonna be fine. Okay, that one looks thinner than this one. So this line's... wait. These look about the same. Or is it just that this one looks too thick? This one's dummy thick. Okay, so I'm gonna need to figure out one side of it. I'll go over the black areas with some black paint, and then I'll be able to fix this up and even it up. So I'm not too worried about this right now. Considering it was just kind of free-handed and eyed without any sort of measuring, I'm gonna say this was all right. We're just going really quick and just getting something down. I think that's not that bad. And then yeah, we'll even it out with the black paint later, and it'll be fine. I'll have to kind of figure it out where I'm going to be. Okay, wait. So those look kind of the same. Like one... Okay. These black ones look thinner than the yellow ones, so they almost might get spread... widened a little bit, maybe this way. And then... We'll see. I may have to add a little bit more brown after it, like the top... or the top corner or something like that. We'll see how that goes. Because it was just kind of, once again, quick and rough. Okay. So now, what's the next stage after that? Well, do I have anything more to do here? Because I've got plenty more of this. I want to make sure I'm using it. So I'll just do one last final pass on this and anything that... One thing I was thinking of is if I take the same sort of lighter brown that I was going to use for the orange here, and if I just take a little bit of it, just a little bit. Oh boy, this thing's got a caked on nozzle here. I'll have to fix that in a second. But for now, if I can mix this into here. This might work as kind of like a highlight here. It's gonna be a little bit bright, but... Oh shit. Can I get that off? Oh yeah, not a problem. It's already looking a lot better, isn't it? With just, like, the tiniest bit of effort here. This is already looking a lot better than it was last week. Then again, last week, it hadn't been touched in, like, months, right? So. No shit. Okay. A little bit heavy on one of the sides, but whatever. It's fine. I'm not gonna stress it. Let's even it out. There we go. Make it a bit heavier on the other side, just to kinda... It's weird hearing this music, but not also hearing constant scamming from Valrak. Oh, okay. Hold on, I can probably figure something out for you here. Hold on, just give me a minute here, okay? Hold on, I'll figure this out, because I can see that you're jonesing for some... You're jonesing for some rack. Right? I get it. I get it. We can figure it out. What do we got here?
Mate, Peggy's coming hard.
There you go. There you go. Let's get some more of this. And then put it onto here. Oh wait, I'm gonna need to get this off still. There we go. Ugh, look at that. Ugh! That should be well more than enough, really. Because the Vallejo or Vallejo or Valajo, the Valley Joe paint. Good old Valley Joe. The only problem with Valley Joe is that she's still together with her cousin Mountain Bob. But right here, this is whatever paint that is, because the name's been worn off for years. So this is what I use to get my hazard stripes and my yellows. Is I'll start with a brown, and then I'll go to this color, which is kind of like almost like a yellowy side of kind of brown. Almost orange. I think it's some kind of like bleached leather or like sandy sort of something. It's Anakin Skywalker's nightmare. Now, I might have put a little bit too much medium in there. Because that's pooling in a really weird way. It's pooling in a way that I'm definitely going to need to go on with this with more than one coat of this. I'm definitely going to need to fix this with the black stripes after. But that's fine. That's not really a huge problem. And this is gonna look super splotchy and shit right now. And yeah, it normally does. It normally looks super splotchy and shit right now. One, also because this paint right now is super thin. It's like heroin girl thin. Sorry, super heroin thin. That's what I meant. I didn't mean like somebody using heroin. That wouldn't even make any sense to what I just said. Or would it? Alright. But yeah, I'm probably gonna need to thin this one a little bit, and then I might need to add like a little nub of yellow on the top. So I'm gonna need to even that out somehow. And it looks like... I'm just kind of looking at this from a different angle now. I want just eyeing these out. This and this look the same. This one's definitely thicker. And this one's thicker than this one. Okay, so... Perhaps... Okay, because this one is... Yeah, this one's thicker than this one, so if I want to even these out, I may need to just kind of go like that over the edge of this one. Just kind of extend it a little bit this way. And then keep... This one, now those look kind of, this one almost looks thicker now. And then if I can just kind of do the same thing, but on this side. Okay. Sure. And then that one, I'm going to say is fine for now. And the angle might be getting a bit off now, and I'm going to need to clean that up when I do the other stripes. And then I'm going to need to even this out, and then I'm probably going to need to add a little nub at the top there. But that's fine. I'm not really too worried about this. Now for this one, because it's going about it a different way, I'm pretty much just going to take that orangey paint, and I'm just going to go over top of the brown with it, at least once, just lightly. And there's a method to this madness. It makes sense, just trust me. And then, okay, we'll go a little bit thicker. We should be fine. Going over top of the brown. Now this is going to rule in with the same thing that I've been saying about these paints for the last sort of week. All these paints are semi-transparent. So the trick here is that putting the brown underneath the orange and then putting the yellow over top of that is going to be intentionally having a little bit, because the yellow is particularly transparent. Yellow is like notoriously transparent. So you put it over top of these, and then I find that it gives a really nice rich color by the end of it to the yellow, where it's a little bit all over the place in like a good way. In a way that you'll like, in a way that hits right. I'm gonna need to clean up some areas, but that's fine. Once again, there's gonna be lots of cleanup to do. And this has been going about it in a sort of a weird way. Oh, I didn't bring the yellow paint over. That probably would be important to do. So I'm going to go get some yellow paint, and we'll be right back with that in a moment.
Eldar mommy milk. 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 The Eldar mommy milk also have. Eldar mommy milk also have. Eldar mommy milk. Eldar mommy milk. Eldar mommy milk. Check out Slathe's channel. Everyone go and 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 check out Slathe's channel. Also have. I'm not making a spreadsheet. Everyone go and check out Slathe's channel. Don't boo me. Don't boo me. Don't boo me. Boo yourself. Don't boo me. Don't boo me. Boo yourself. Boo yourself. Making a spreadsheet. Making a spreadsheet. Slathe's channel. Slathe's channel. Making a spreadsheet. Slathe's channel. Slathe's channel. Slathe's channel. Making a spreadsheet. Making a spreadsheet. Making a spreadsheet. Everyone go and check out Slathe's channel. That's not good enough. Everyone go and check out Slathe's channel. Everyone go and check. Everyone go and check out Slathe's channel. I don't do this as a job. Everyone go and check out Slathe's channel. Everyone go and check out Slathe's channel. I can't do. I don't do this as a job. Everyone. Actually, he does a pretty badass Rogel Dawn voice. So yeah, you should check him out.
Brother Marines, we've returned again today on the same stream that we were just doing. How did we manage that? Well, we're very, very talented people here. That's how. Because we are the Legion of Nod. That's not a real thing. But here on the Montauk, we can say that it is. And you know what? Not monetizable. That's right. You see, I can't really show you what's going on here. Do you know why? It's not advertiser friendly. Is this going to trick it? It might. We'll see. We'll see if this works. You see that? Wow. I wonder. Oh, wait. Let's really sell this bit. There we go. You see? Look at that. Look at that. You see, keeping it monetizable for advertisers. You look at that. That's some genius right there. You see, modern problems require modern solutions. So, alright, let's get back to this. I got some yellow paint out here, some Averland Sunset. I thought I had a different pot, but I guess this is the one we got. I have no idea what the quality of this paint is like, because I've not been using my paints for quite a while. But here, let's see. So once again, this is going to need to get evened out, but that's already a start to getting that nice yellow. But we'll fix that with the black paint. Because the black will go over top of the yellow much easier than the other way around. So we'll just hope that we just do it right. That's... Oh, wow, this is like chunks. This looks like cottage cheese. Gross. Okay, let's shake this thing for forever and never stop. I think we've gotten a good portion of what we were setting out to do here. I got these chairs. that I wanted to get done, right? Because that's going to make this look a lot better. We got some steps done on this. We got the silver things on the bottom of that. We got these highlighted. It's looking pretty good. All right, let's give that little bit of a ghost wank. Gotta give the ghost wank. You know we got who we got to give that ghost wank for? For Slathe, mate. Oh, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Okay. Let's put those back. Alright, let's turn on the AC, because it's warm in here. There we go. Nice and cool. Nice and air-conditioned. Now, can I get some of this yellow paint? I hope I can. Okay. Now, this yellow paint, we're definitely going to want to be thinning it ever so slightly. Because yellow paint, once again, is already really transparent. But I'm just wanting that to go on nice and smooth over top of this. So, let's apply. And it doesn't matter if these aren't perfectly flat and even. Once again, I'll try my best to fix them up when I go over top of these. I'll be adding some. I'll go over top of them with some black over top of the black spray. I think another reason for that would be is that there's going to be areas where there's brush strokes and no brush strokes. And it's probably going to be better to put areas, in an odd sense, it's going to be better to be putting brush strokes into an area where there's none next to an area where there is. In this sense. It's probably going to look better. And this might need like a second coat. We'll just let that sort of chill. If I can kind of stop any sort of pooling on that side, that would be most appreciated. Okay, let's let that sit. And once again, we'll fix that later. But, I mean, from the distance, that doesn't look that bad. From the distance, that doesn't look that bad. It's just close up that it looks bad. Okay, so now let's get these doors. And in this case, it's probably only going to need a little bit. Like, maybe, once again, maybe a coat or two. Very, very thin as well, by the way. And because it's going over top of similar colors, it's going to reach that point much easier than it would on top of, like, other colors. For example, if you're painting yellow on top of black, which I'm sure there are many people who have made that mistake, you're going to get these, like, streaks and smears and all that, and it's going to look really weird. And then you're going to end up doing layer after layer after layer, and it'll never look right. I find that I can avoid all of that by just going brown, orange, yellow. And then any sort of streaks and smears and all that actually work out to the benefit because of the transparent nature. Okay. That is looking alright. That's just going to need to get some stripes applied to it. That's looking alright. Okay. Now for this one. If I can go over top of this with this yellow. Oh no, we're not running out, are we? Already? I suppose it's possible. Okay, so let's get a little bit more of that. We already ran out. And then where's that painting medium? Let's grab some of that medium. Thin this ever so slightly. Oh, that's very thinned. That's far more than I wanted. But you know what? Let's go with it. Let's go with it. I feel like doing things dangerously. All right, so I'm going to go to this side. I'm going to go back to that middle after. I suppose we're going to probably want some more music of some type. Because just dead silence while I sit here and... Dead silence while I sit here and stroke it is probably not the best. There's probably a better way. Okay, now let's just give this one once over. One more. Okay. Excellent. Okay. Now... So now it's going to be a matter of fixing up the stripes on this one, and then applying the stripes to this one. So this one needs to get the stripes kind of evened out. So they're just going to need to get kind of resized, which I'll do that by fixing the black stripes and kind of just figuring it out from there. And then once again, I might have to add another yellow stripe up there, depending on how this kind of works out. May or may not, we'll see. Just a tiny little one at the corner. And then this one... Same sort of deal, where I don't know exactly what I'm going to want to do with this one. First, I have to let that dry. But then, the stripes on this one are probably going to be thinner than the ones on that one. Maybe I'll just go, for simplicity, just go at, like, that 45-degree angle. Right? And then just do kind of, like, a try. So, like, one right there, one in the center there, and then one in the center there. And then just go with that. That might work the best. We'll see, because I've never done this before on such a scale. It's all new to me and different. It's scary. Okay. Oh wait, how am I going to do this? Let's see. Can I do something? Is this going to work? Wow. You see right there? That right there. That is the thin veil between monetization and non-monetization, isn't it? It's a magic trick. I'm like Chris Angel, mind freak. You see, look at that. Wow. Wow, incredible. Incredible. We'll see. We'll see if my little experiment there works. It probably won't, right? But yeah, so far I'm pretty happy with this. That looks better. I'm gonna need to figure out what I'm gonna do with all these controls and stuff, though. Like all these dials and gauges. I don't know. I don't know what would be the best or what would look best. You know, I imagine maybe some of them I might just want to put like a white in there, because like some dials are just kind of a white with like a bar. Some of them might want to be green or red or something. I don't know what I want these things to look like. I don't even know what those are meant to be. For the most part. This one in the center, I swear, this one looks like fuel. And then I don't know what any of the rest of these are going to be, though. If one of them is going to be like the altimeter or whatever it is, you know, like I have no idea what these instruments are called on a plane. I'll have to look at a plane. I'll have to pull up like a flight simulator. Then I'll know. Then I'll know. Iron within, iron within. No. Wouldn't be so cringe. Could you imagine being so cringe as to like one of those fortifying sort of siege legions? Absolutely pathetic. Alright, so let's go to the Montauk here. Why are we going to the Montauk? I don't know. Because I just kind of feel like it. Let's go to the Montauk, let's check this out. We got the Montauk here. It's pretty sweet. It's a pretty sweet space train thing from the year 2030. It does space train stuff, and it helps you fight the forces of evil. That's right. That's right. Because for some reason, Slavic is you. So, brother Marines, aboard the Montauk. These are just the little tricks, the little secrets, the secrets of the trade, isn't it? I'm learning. I am learning. He's becoming self-aware. We have to stop it. The Slathe AI is becoming too dangerous. Okay, so let's get this black paint. I forget, is this pre-thinned or not? I'm thinking it's not, right? Oh, this brush is all fuckered. This is definitely not thinned. So that will be plenty right there. That will be plenty. I might want to, at some point, mix some painting medium into that pot of paint. Just to kind of have it, like, pre-thinned in the pot, so I don't have to do this whole thinning ritual. You know? Oh, holy emperor, whose paint jobs immaculate be upon thee. His highlights shine like a beacon, brighter than the Astronomicon itself. His objective source lighting, giving hope to all humanity across the galaxy. Oh, beneficent emperor, your paint jobs inspire we. Oh, wise emperor, your army lists be perfect. You know, I don't know what inspired this before I did the stream. I started listening to all the different Power Rangers theme songs. Power Rangers SPD, Power Rangers to the rescue, dun dun dun, to Power Rangers SPD. Oh man, some of these I missed out on because I kind of grew out of it, right? And not all of these theme songs are as good as each other. Some of them are really bad. Time, Force, Power Rangers, Time Force. My God. Some of them are terrible, right? And some of them, that from what I remember, back in, like, the 90s, right? Some of the worst ones have the best theme songs. Like, for example, Power Rangers Turbo, which is probably my least favorite one. I remember that one, it sucked. And, you know, if somebody likes it, you know what? All the power to you. I hope you feel better soon, though. But that show was terrible. But it had such a good theme song. Mighty engines roar, turbocharge for more, go. It was such a good theme song for just such a shit show. Which is such a shame. Yeah, I think that sort of evened it out. In somewhat of a sloppy way, but it's looking somewhat better. I thought that Zeo had a really good theme song. Zeo, go. Zeo, do 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 do. Stronger than before. It would be a really great theme song for Vegeta. Because that's pretty much Vegeta's whole shtick, right? Curry, if you're still there. You know, confirm or deny. Vegeta's whole shtick, the whole thing that Vegeta does, is that he shows up, he gets defeated, and then he comes back more powerful than ever. but then probably gets defeated. Right? Stronger than before. Vegito.
Ah, yes, I have returned, the prince of all Saiyan warriors. That's right, me. That's what I do. I come back stronger than I ever was before. I am Power Ranger Zeo. Brother Marines.
Okay, so looking at that, I'm probably going to want to add just like a little sliver of yellow at like the top there. Something like that. Just to kind of even that out a little bit, because then it'll have a little bit of a stripe at the bottom, and then a little bit there, and then it'll have a little bit of a stripe at the top. So it'll give that nice bumblebee effect, right? Although right now this is kind of looking kind of like, you know, Bumblebee before. Go. Oh boy, at least I'm having fun. That's the important part, right? Keeps the energy up. So if you're just tuning in, it looks like some people piled in through the door here, it looks like. If you're just tuning in, we did a little bit of painting in here so far. Hello, new people. It looks like some people popped in. The numbers went up there for a second, so if you're still here, we did a little bit of highlighting, and also I've kind of changed the way the camera works, so that way I can actually show things off. Did a little bit of highlighting on this piece, added a little bit of silvers to this piece on both wings, so that's the same on both, so I mean, if you really need me to show you the other one, I mean... But then we also worked on the chairs on this. There's going to be other details to get to later, but that's just going to be TBD until it's been D'd. Then it will be TB. But then it would be BD. Would B been done? Yeah, sure, let's go with it. Let's go with it. Confidence. And then... Now we're working on these doors here for the back hatch, and then this is a door that's inside the hull, and it's going to be like at the end of kind of the troop hold. I don't know, or maybe this is the entrance to where all the troops all sit inside, or maybe it's the fucking toilet. I don't know. It's not really clear. They don't really make these definitive statements here. Do I still have some paint here? I do have some. So I'm going to start on this one. This is going to be dangerous here. Alright, we're doing some dangerous business here. We're breaking some real science here, boys. Alright, I'm just going to run this across from here to here. And then I'll even it, I'll fix it up after. You know, the width of this brush, just by itself, might be a pretty good size to go by for this. That looks like a fucking, like, smear mark on the road. It looks like a tire burnt out on this thing. Alright, let's get a little bit more paint on that. That was like the end of the palette there, so... Let's just get... Oh, Mr. Blobby. Okay. I think there was a little bit of medium still left on the palette there. I might have just kind of lucked out, but I'm just going to clean that off either way. Just... Okay, let's run across this one more time. And then if this kind of works... Now I'm actually going to go on this way. Just to make sure that this kind of meets. flip that around, and then, okay, that's about there. So yeah, Power Rangers. That's right. Power Rangers. Long live the Power Rangers. Apparently today is Power Rangers Day. I didn't realize that was a thing. That didn't necessarily spark the topic getting brought up, but now that I say it out loud, maybe it did. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of going. I'm just kind of going now. Just going off of instinct now. Might have to clean these lines up a little bit. That's alright. Just popped in to say hi. I'm going to bed. Happy painting. Oh, hi, Dark Tech. Good to hear from you. I hope you have a good sleep, and maybe we'll see you again on an earlier evening. I tried to be on earlier, but I had to go do some things. I had to go do some store things, some cat food things. I needed to go do some things. And then I went to sleep. And then I took a nap. Right, and then I took a nap. That's actually looking pretty good. That's looking alright. It might need a little bit of evening. But then again, this thing's also going to be at the back in a place you're rarely ever going to see. So there's almost a level of... At the moment, there's a level of good enough to this right now. Until it gets... Like, when it gets a wash and stuff, and this will be... Alright. So I'm going to call that one good enough for now. Alright, we got the good enough for now door, and the door that we need to add a little bit of a yellow stripe to. So I'm going to need to get just a tiny bit of this brown paint. Just enough to make... Just enough to set the base here. Okay, so... It's the Tom and Jerry Show. Alright, that looks about right. That looks just about right. Just enough that I'm not going to make a stink about it. That looks just about right. Maybe the angle could be a bit better. At the end. There we go. Okay. So let's let that sit for a second. Then we'll get some of that orange paint, and then we'll get a little bit of that yellow paint, and then presto. And then we might even go with a little bit of yellow over top of it. Just give it one more. Give it one more yellow, right? Give it a little bit more of that. Give it a little bit of that yellow Haktua, right? But for now, Paris. Huh. So I'm thinking, I'm not sure where else I'm wanting to do at the moment, because I need to kind of plan some of this out. Do I look like a kind of guy that's got a plan? Las cannons are going to need to get done. I'm going to need to pull up some examples and then base my las cannons off that, because I was needing to kind of finalize how the las cannons are going to kind of look in the end. So, all right. And then I'm also going to need to fix up these metal parts here that a little bit of the yellow got onto, but that's fine. This is a little bit of cleanup at the end of it, that's going to be inevitable. That's going to be fine. That's not a problem. So at the moment, what we can do, okay, what we can do. Okay, now hear me out here, okay? Because this is going to be some absolute shenanigans. What we can do is that I can talk about these right here in a way that's totally monetizable. Take that, YouTube. Trying to 18 plus my videos. So, this, once again, maybe give it a little bit of yellow, maybe kind of strengthen those yellow parts a little bit, just so that way they don't look, because like looks like the black are kind of a little bit overbearing in this one, just a little bit thicker. So if I just kind of touch the edges with this and just kind of hit it one more time, right, then that will probably, and it also looks like that black needs to get hit one more time as well. Let's just do that right now, shall we? Or at any time that we want, because we could come back to this piece for quite a while. There's a good chance that nothing's getting glued together for quite a while. Because there's still going to be all sorts of steps and things that I'm going to want to do. There's going to be all sorts of different special construction steps that, you know, special modifications myself. But, you know, if we're all here and we can all get on board... Oh shit, that took off a little bit of the black paint there. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, well we can fix that later. Just let that cure a little bit. That's not a huge problem. But for now, you know, I need to kind of come up with some figures and what I'm doing here. So let's see, if I can just hold this still for a second. I can print this, I can do a screenshot. Screenshot? Yeah. Why won't it? A screenshot is not liking when I'm clicked onto Streamlabs. Alright, there we go. So I'm going to take a screenshot of that. And I'm going to put that into the Discord. I'm going to go over to the, where is it? The hobby work in progress. I'll just drop that in there. There we go. Perfect. So that way, you know, at least right there, I can come up with some, I don't know, I could maybe like Photoshop that, or somebody else could Photoshop it, or, you know, I could kind of talk about what I'm going to do there. So there you go. There we go. For the moment, we got some plans going on. We're doing pretty good here. This is going pretty good. This is no problem. I don't know what's the problem here, right? What's the problem? Let's spin the wheel. What did we get? Monkey Island 1. Okay. But for now, Paris. So let's go to the Tony cam. Because it's the same cam. See how that works? It's the same cam. You've been hoodwinked. You thought that they were different cams? Well, I mean, I straight up said that they were the same. But you thought different. You were wrong. Wrong. Okay, so we're going to close off this one. Seems like it's kind of a 50-50 split between the two people that voted. Which is fine. It's undetermined at the moment as to what that's going to be. So it's going to be nothing for now. Although there's parts on this, I kind of wonder, like, if I should be doing these kind of clip things in silver. That it seems like it would be too much silver kind of riddled all over it. It would just kind of be like little silver shitlets that have been fucking sprinkled all over this thing. All over your shitlit ice cream. Right? Like, oh, I got shit sprinkles. Oh, sweet. Welcome to Dairy Queen. But then beyond this, there's a couple parts that I'm going to want to be doing on, like, the larger pieces. There's going to be lots of buttons and things. So for that, I'm probably going to be wanting to do, I don't know, I'll just keep it just kind of basic. I'll just kind of make, like, red buttons, green buttons, you know. On, off, yes, no, go, stop, up, down, sort of thing. That's kind of how that'll be. If there's going to be a panel with a lot of different buttons, see, that one I don't know. Are the buttons going to want to be all different colors, like all sorts of different colors, like a rainbow of colors? See, I don't that's where I don't know where I'm going to want that to look. Are all the buttons going to want to be the same color? See, these are the real questions. When you think of buttons, toggleable buttons, are they the same color? Or are they different? Would that be like a green going up and a red going down with who knows what those two things on the side are? What about this panel? Are these all going to have like the same color? Maybe like a yellow or something? Or maybe like a tesseract green to make them like they're glowing pad numbers? I don't know. Or I might want to do the same thing over there. Make the tesseract green glow and then just have like a matte red so the matte, like the red is off and the green is on. Green's on. Green to go. We're go time. And yeah. Well, welcome to my TED Talk. Thank you for coming. Alright, so let's get a little bit... We're not going to need very much at all. We're just going to need like a tiny little dot of it pretty well. That's plenty already. That right there is already plenty. And I already just like hit it with my finger. And it's still already a lot. That's going to be far more than we'll need. Because all we need to do is just take a little bit of this painting medium here. Just mix that in. And bam. Alright. We're good. So now let's go over this. Alright, keep that even, it's pooling. And once again, that's going to be fine if it's not perfectly even. I'm going to try my best, though. Even after I just said that, I'm still going to try to even it out, though. Alright. Now, the weird thing is that these are almost looking like the same color, so I'm not sure if that yellow really hit very well. So I might add a little bit more of it, just to try to bring up that yellow a little bit, just to brighten it one more time. One more time. And then... yeah, let's see. And then we've got probably just under about an hour left, maybe a bit more, depending on how long we go, right? Depending on my energy, depending on the chat energy, depending on the progress rate. We'll see how we'll see where we're going on this one, right? Chat energy definitely keeps it up. Let's put some helmets in the chat. Let's put some helmets in the chat. There we go. Let's put some helmets in the chat. Let's put some helmets in the chat. Bam. There we go. We got Corvus, we got Aquila, we got Crusade, and we got Terminator. And we got coffee. The endless pot of coffee. Okay. I'm just going to let this dry for now. And then I think I'm going to do what I just said I was going to do. I'm going to get this yellow, this Everland Sunset. Which for some reason is like cottage cheese in this thing. I thought I had a different pot of it around, but I guess I lost it or it got used up, so I don't know where that is. Unfortunately. But that's fine. That's fine. We'll be alright. And let's just get some of this. I hope I didn't drop that somewhere, did I? Okay. For a second, it looked like a part of it dropped off when I scooped it out. Alright. Now that's pretty thick and cheesy. That's another thing with yellow paint. If it's like unthinned, it's really streaky, and I want to say it's almost kind of like if I were to what it looks like if I were to compare it to something. I want to say it almost just kind of looks like melting cheese. All right, let's get some of that Averland Sunset. There we go. And then I'm just going to apply another coat of it. I'm just going to try to even out this a little bit, if I can. Yellow over top of black, you're smoking crack, but I'm just going to try just the edge of it. It doesn't need to be the most opaque thing, it just needs to kind of enhance that edge a little bit. Maybe just kind of stretch it a little bit. Most of this is just kind of bringing up the color, really. And these probably aren't the most perfectest of freehand hazard stripes in the world. But for the purposes of today and what we're doing, they'll be fine. Kane seemed fine. It was just one of those things. Then you can just kiss all this bullshit. You can kiss everything goodbye. Van Leeuwen? Why don't you go check out TK48? Well, because we don't have to. What we like to call a shake and bake colony. I don't know, maybe 60 or 70 families. Now, if you know that movie, if you know what movie that is, let me know in the chat, or let me know in the comments. If you're watching the VOD. Alright, let's enhance. Very carefully. There we go. I think that looks better. I mean, it's not quite perfectly even once again. But I'm willing to make some compromises on this if I'm not 100% perfect on it. I'm willing to go, I didn't do a perfect job on everything. You know why? Because this ain't no golden demon, bruv. Alright. That's looking alright. I need to fix up that one spot where it like streaked off. It doesn't look, it didn't go on very opaque on that one with the black. So that's something I'm definitely going to want to fix up on that one. Let's get just a little bit of that. And if I can just... I'm just going to just spread out a little bit of it, what I have on my brush. I'm not even going to thin it. I'm just going to try to go on with less paint. And just kind of go on thick, but go on thick in a way that's thin. Trust me, that makes sense. Even in my mind and my brain and my thoughts. Okay, now I'm just going to try to get the inside of this door a little bit. Try to cover up the areas where I hit it with yellow. Okay. Once again, it's not a perfect job. Alright, well, I can kind of fix out that part, though. That looks better. Alright. It's not a perfect job, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be a perfect job. It just needs to be satisfactory. So I can get my satisfaction. So I'm gonna need to end up like re-metallicing Metallica. I'm gonna need to end up listening to Metallica. I'm gonna need to end up fixing some of these areas where I've already went over them with like a highlight earlier today. That's fine. Once again, I'm willing to make certain sacrifices to things as long as it's getting progress. There, and it doesn't take that much to even mask that up very much, so I can go over that with a metallic really easily later. So, like, alright, this is going pretty good here. So now, I think everything that I had sort of planned out here has already been kind of done. So anything after this is going to be kind of on the fly, whatever it is that I can just kind of come up with. So, if there's anything that anybody wants to see get done right now, other than building the thing, come on, we're not doing that. If there's any sort of part, and if they have a suggestion, I'd like to see it, so that way, if I've not considered it, I may consider it. Thinking maybe buttons. I'm definitely going to need to start using a smaller brush, though, for some of these things. This is not going to cut it for some of the things that I'm going to be wanting to do next. Because a lot of these are going to be, like, the really small details. But this is really beginning to bring this together, though. Where just, like, the little details like this. If I start plugging these things all together, suddenly this thing's going to be, like, looking like it's getting to that stage. It's getting close. It's getting close. I can feel it. Thunder. Well, let's see. Beyond that, you know, I really am liking the way that those chairs are looking. It wasn't the perfect highlight, but that really right there, I think that really settles it with like the look I was wanting to go for. It really clashes in, like, just the right way, I want to say. Like, it sticks out in just the right way, I want to say. But yeah, the rest of these controls and stuff, I still don't know what I'm going to want to do with these controls. Like, with all these monitors and dials and gauges and things like that. And then these kind of look like buttons or... These look like buttons or toggles. I think these, if I'm thinking right, these are probably going to want to be like red or something. A bunch of red like, kind of like on-off buttons, kind of like a light switch. Is what those kind of look like. I don't know if those are buttons or if those are just squares. Like, those could be buttons, those could just be squares. Sometimes a square is just a square. And then there's also going to be, once again, buttons that are in their chair, kind of beside them. And I'm not sure what these are. Are these like something that they can pull? Is that like an ejector seat thing? Like they pull it and then it ejector seats them? There's like all sorts of little buttons, and then there's a button in the center and like the armrest or whatever you want to call it in the center area. There's more buttons. There's stuff in the back. These ones kind of look like the ones at the front, but smaller. So these ones here might just be more red toggle switches. And I'm kind of imagining them as where it's like that jewel plastic, where it's like clear plastic red toggles that like when they're on they light up and when they're off the light turns off, is kind of how I'm picturing it, which is why I was saying that they'd be red. I'm picturing those kind of switches, right, where you turn them on and they light up to show that they're on. I'm not sure though. And then over here, I'm guessing that might be like a radar or something. So maybe I might do that with like some green and like some green lines and like a kind of like a radius line or something that's like scanning. And if I don't know how I would do this if I were to do like that, like if it were to have like a sweep. I'm not sure how I would pull that off, but we'll see. That would be cool. And then maybe put some like red dots in it or something, like dot dot dot, you know, it's got some stuff over it that it's like detecting. I don't know what radar looks like. I'm just kind of imagining this. And then there's all sorts of different things here. Like, what's that? Is that like, are those little monitors, or is that like a tube you talk into, and then people on the bottom talk into a little tube? Hey, we're down here. Hey, we're up here. Like, is that the way that is? I have no idea. What's on the other side again? Looks like there's like another monitor there. I don't know if those are buttons. Right? Monitor, maybe more buttons, maybe more buttons. It's kind of hard to tell on some of these things. I just don't know what everything is. So I'm gonna have to kind of use my imagination. And then, like, what's that? Like the smoke detector or something? Right? They go into a battle and this thing just starts going off and all the spacemen just sitting there like, ah, someone changed the batteries. Yeah, so it looks like there's like an up-down toggle right there. There's like the two triangles. So I might do the same thing there. If I see like an up-down triangle, I'll do like the up one green and then the down one red. Because then that kind of reminds me of like an elevator or something. Once again, that seems right. But I can't really say for sure if it's absolutely right. Oh wow, Chris Angel mind freak level magic right there. That's some magic tricks. So, I don't know, at the moment this is looking alright. I mean, it's not, once again, it's not absolutely perfect, but it's not absolute dog shit either. Is kind of how I'm kind of gauging it. Which is good enough for me. Could I fix it up? Probably, and I've got lots of time to be able to do all this. There's no rush to, like, slam this all together. So this could be fixed up. This could be refined. This could be made absolutely immaculate. But, you know, I kind of might want to grab some pieces just to kind of show off what some of this is going to look like. Because that might be kind of nice. So I'm just going to go get some pieces. I'm going to bring some of these back. I think. Or, let's see. Let's rest these up. Like that. I can keep them down here. And save some space. And let's move all these paints up here if I'm just going to be kind of showing off some things. And let's bring these down. There we go. And then put this over here. Let's make some space for a display sort of thing. We can look at some parts. Okay, so I'm going to get essentially the front half, and then we're going to be able to look at some things. Where did Slathe go, Nitro? I am right here. I just got up to go get some pieces because we were pretty much did what I set out to do so far today. If there's gonna be, I might need to kind of improv some figuring out what I'm doing for the rest of this. Just because like I kind of reached that goal. So for now, what I'm doing is, so here's gonna be like the front end of this thing, right? And we can kind of take off the top for now. And then we can kind of look down that, right? Now there's some parts that are going to need to get kind of fixed up, or they may or may not need it, really. Just kind of how things are going to rest together. But now, just to kind of get a look at this. So now, this, and I think that this should be safe to go in here now. There we go. Very nice. And then at the back here, we'll have that in like that. So when we look into here, that's how that will appear. And then if we close this off, well, yeah, the hazard stripes are definitely worth it, Nitro, and like they're part of the general sort of color pattern or scheme of things. And so here's kind of like the inside of the Thunderhawk, but like if you just ignore the cockpit, like if you just kind of go, that part doesn't exist, and you get this nice clear shot of everything on the inside. Things don't perfectly line up on my one. I'm fine with it. These are just the imperfections that I'm not experienced enough in this in like these larger models to really fix out all the flaws. I'm just gonna live with it. And so we have here, there's some other things I'm wanting to do on the inside here at one point. I was wanting to add some golds. But let's see, let's really put this all together here for a moment. Well, let's get this section, and now the cockpit, it just kind of goes over, or it goes kind of around these ladders and then goes down until it kind of rests flush with the rest of that part. And then this top just kind of drops down on top of both of those. So now, looking at this, when there's actually going to be even more monitors and buttons and things for the cockpit section when we add in the walls that go around it. So there's going to be even more that I'm going to need to figure out on top of just the, you know, these gauges and whatever at the front here that I wanted to figure out. There's going to be a lot more to it than that. Alright, so this is looking alright. There's also some other highlights I was wanting to get to, because we never came back and highlighted these, which might be a good idea. Just kind of get like the rim of it. Maybe run a highlight through that. Maybe on these and like on the inside of the doors or something like that. You know, give them a little bit of a highlight. Maybe give a little bit of a highlight, of a silver highlight on the inside of here on some of these edges. So that way, when, you know, if you look inside, it's going to be a little bit brighter on some edges. It's going to be a little bit more defined. It's going to be easier to see in the very low light that's going to be available. Because now when we put this cockpit on, suddenly it's going to be a lot darker in there. Especially as this has a light shining in it right now. Right? Like, there is a light on this camera. So this is it with a light shining down onto it. So, either way. One thing that I guess I'll probably want to do is, unfortunately, even though I had just fixed this guy, I'm going to need to fix him again. Because something fell, and it just snapped the glue once again. Fortunately, it's an easy fix. And we can probably even just do this like this. So, also, I'm going to need to, at one point, get to these pilots. So that way, all of that is going to really take off in the future. Take off. That was lame. Okay, so let's fix this. Let's do this. Get a little bit of our crazy glue. Oh no. Why does this always happen? Why does this always happen? Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ugh, what a waste. Okay. Okay. Alright, glue. You've won this round. You've won this round, glue. But I've got plenty more of your friends right here. So the pilots concur, more silver, always more silver. Oh jeez. We got a silver addict here. The pilots, I'm not sure if Nitro, I'm not sure if you're familiar with what my Marines in the chapter look like. They look a lot like the ones you'll see in like the channel logo there. So they'll have silver trims over top of like the pauldron trim and stuff like that. Silver is kind of, it's the thing that makes them look fancy, but not too fancy. Right? You don't want to get ahead of yourself and go all full blown, we got golden armor or something. You want to be, you know, it's okay to be second place, right? That's what Genie was like in Aladdin 3. Okay, so let's get, or Aladdin 2, or whichever one that was. Whichever one that was. Okay. Hopefully this isn't gonna cause problems now. Alright, let's get a bead of glue right there. Doesn't need much. Just needs just enough. And it works really well if you have him just sit there, and then you push it forward into his his control stick there, and then put it into the place where it's meant to rest. I find that works. You just have to let it sit though. It's gonna need a moment to chill. Okay. Alright, this new super glue has gotten a single usage so far. Let's see if this super glue lives beyond that single usage. Alright, this other one died. Alright, I'm gonna put it upside down so I know it's like dead, and then I'm gonna put these away. Alright, so that's the super glue section of the show. We'll be right back with something. And I've returned with something. Not sure he wants you shoving his control stick on stream. Alright, so then let's plug this back in here. Oh, wait, no, you're not wanting to go on? Come on, don't do this to me. I swear this never happens. Don't worry, it happens to a lot of hobbyists your age. Okay, well, let's get that in there. Haktua. Okay, so now we've got the front end on there. Things are really beginning to kind of take shape, and they're really beginning to look a little bit more like what this thing's going to end up looking like in the end. Let's see, can we safely take these pilots out for now? This one's not damaged. This is Mr. Damage. Is he okay? Your damaged goods. Okay, let's get that guy just to sit right there. He seems fine. Kane seemed fine. And then we've got the canopy, which I still need to reshape the canopy. Just a little bit. There's one side that doesn't quite rest down evenly, and that's this side right here. Sorry to embarrass you, Peace, but you just don't do it. I need to just kind of, I think I just need to pull it out a little bit. It's kind of down at an angle, so I just need to pull it out a little bit. And then it'll rest flatter. And then it's going to be a process of painting this thing incredibly carefully with metals and blacks and things like that, masking things. This part's going to be the part that I'm really afraid of. Yeah, so, but also, this is also why I'm going to this effort of wanting to have, like, the cockpit all painted up, having the canopy be transparent, so that way you can see inside, you can remove the canopy if you want. I don't know if I'm going to magnetize it or not. It seems kind of unneeded at this point, because this thing's not going to be doing, like, fucking upside down flips, so it seems a bit unnecessary. But also so that way you can look inside and you can see everything. You can have the pilots removed, so it's just like an empty cockpit, right? So it's just a ship that's sitting there. You could have it kind of like a terrain piece or something for a display or for your game or for whatever. And that it'll all just kind of work at that point. So that's kind of where that's coming at. Okay. So, I'm not sure what else I'm going to want to work on tonight. Just to be totally clear, I don't know what else I'm going to work on, because I did pretty much everything I was wanting to at the moment, or everything that I was kind of sure on. Anything else is stuff that I just kind of haven't quite decided on yet. Like, for example, that poll I put up, where I was asking what should I do with the sides of these wings here, where it's these wheels. I think I might just do that Imperial symbol thing. That seems like it'll be the easiest solution, and it'll still give the same result to what I was wanting to do. It's kind of like an in-between. It's kind of both answers, right? It's appealing to both crowds. It was a 50-50 vote on it, too. But I'm kind of thinking that might be the way to go about it, because then it might actually line up more with kind of what's going on here with this thing. Although the wheel part of this one's kind of a little bit more done. It might just kind of line up with, like, that a little bit better. And some other parts where I was going to do a similar sort of technique of, here's the gear thing that moves, that's metal. It's metal. Metal. So yeah, so that's where we're at right now with this thing. These parts never really lined up, which is probably a problem, but we'll just kind of, I think I might just have to just brute force it in the end, and just make it work. We'll see. We'll see. I'll make it work. I'll make it work. I will make it work, Space Marine style. So, Okay. So I'm not sure. Let's see. How alive am I? How alive's the chat? It's turning quarter to 11. I either go for 15 minutes or I go for another hour. But the thing is, I need to know what I'm doing if I'm doing another hour, is the thing. And I'm not going to be doing the pilots just yet. That seems like it's a little bit of intricate, fine detail for now. Then again, a lot of the things that I'm getting to now are going to be intricate, fine details. I could maybe do some more of that silver highlighting that I was wanting to do on some of the sections. Because I didn't do the wings. The missiles are still kind of a mystery to me of how I'm going to be doing the missiles. I might have to look at some examples and then kind of just draw inspiration from or take a choice from that one. Just kind of pick one. Whichever one kind of works best on that one. But for now, I'm pretty happy with the way this is looking. This is... Once again, some of this just isn't quite resting perfectly. I might just need to... I need to reshape this piece, because it doesn't want to, like, fit in very well, and then it, like, wants to push off this part, and... It probably has to do with this side. Or, who knows where the problem is. I don't. I don't know where the problem is. I'm just having a good time painting this thing. Wow. Look at this. Look at this immaculate model. The Emperor himself would be proud. Yeah. So, I'm not sure if you're still there, Nitro. So Nitro, I saw that you joined the Discord server. If possible, or if desired, I would suggest to link your Discord account. And for anybody who would get a channel membership, I would suggest to link, if you're going to join the Discord, to link your Discord account with your YouTube account, or your profile, however you want to phrase that. And so that way, when you're in the Bloodhounds channel, chapter, server, Baderver thing, you'll be automatically given a role that will be giving you access to certain member-only channels in the server. Right now, it's just at like a bare bones sort of. It's just like it's just a voice chat and a text chat right now. But that I'm gonna be figuring out what to roll in there and what to not, and we'll make it a thing. We'll make it special. We'll make it special. We'll make it a thing. We'll make it a whole thing, okay? So don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. But for now, we're gonna do some Chris Angel keeping the channel monetizable sort of magic here. You see, if I do this, suddenly, it seems like there might not be a problem that would make the stream turn into like it's 18 plus. You have to have ID to watch the stream. Look at that. That's magic. You see right there? That right there is absolute monetizable magic. That's how you do monetizable magic. Like Chris Angel would. You see, that right there is a gag that I'm probably going to enjoy for a while. That is a gag I'm going to enjoy for a while, if that works. If not, we'll see what happens. I don't know. It's not a big problem either way. But it's fun. Oh, we got more music here? Oh, it paused. It asked me if I'm still watching. Okay. Sure. I'm still watching your music. Huh. But if I were to kind of do just kind of a dry fit build of this thing. I don't know, it wouldn't really entirely work, because I'd have to like prop it up with stuff. Which isn't always going to be the easiest thing to do. But so either way, I don't know. I'm kind of running out of ideas of what to do next. I could do buttons and things. I'm not sure if I'm in the gauge of doing the finer details when it gets to later. I usually draw the line. I Cinderella it at 11 o'clock for painting streams and things. I try to. I think I've gone a little bit later lately. That's usually my Cinderella moment, which is in only 10 minutes. Maybe we'll wrap this up. If the energy dies out, that's fine. That's fine. Or maybe we could play a game. That sounds like a nice way to kind of turn this into something else. Why not? So, we will, take our prize here that we've worked on today. Absolutely beautiful. We'll get some ideas of what we're going to do with this in the future. Maybe we'll work on those las cannons soon, so then these can kind of get, like, finalized. There's lots of stuff to do. Alright. So let's spin the wheel. What do we got? Terraria? I don't know about that one, Chief. We'll see. We'll be right back. Just give it a minute. Your coffee situation. Let's get some coffee. Okay. Accounts linked? That's awesome. Alright, let's move this camera back so that way we can get our precious Tony cam. We can get Tony Precious. Let's see, is this gonna work? Let's go here, bam. Oh, I'm gonna want to set it to, like, the autofocus back on, aren't I? Okay, let's Can we fix this? That seems good enough for now. Let's clear all the refuge out of the way. All the dust bunnied cat hair. We don't need that. Nobody really needs that. Okay. Looking good so far, I think. I believe. So let's turn all this off. So that's 1. Go over here. That is 2. Go over here. That is 3. And let's go to the Tony cam. And does Tony want a cookie? He's sleeping right now, but he's looking. Oh, he woke up. He's looking at me. Let's go to the camera properties here. Configure camera. Configure video. Camera control. Let's bring the focus back down to 100 and set it to auto and apply. Did that even work? Did that do anything? It didn't do anything. In fact, it looks worse now. Now nothing works. A cookie will get him up and at him pretty quick. Of course it will. So I'm just gonna do a quick unplug, plug back in. Okay. So I'm gonna have to reset the camera here. I'm gonna turn it off. Like that. Like so. And then turn it back on. Like so. Let's get some cookies. Let's shake them up here. What do we have here? But we have right here what I would probably say are absolute top of the line trat keeps. That's right. These trat keeps. These cat treats. All right, let's see. Where's Tony? Tony ran over. He already saw. So let's see. Let's get there we go, Tony. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Center. You have a northeast, south, west, and central cookie. Go take him out. Take him down. Take him down. Hungry, hungry hippos. Hungry, hungry hippos. Hungry, hungry hippos. The Tony's hungry race. You like those cookies? Up here? Say hi to everybody. Up here? There you go. What a good boy. Alright. Let's go to the wheel again. Let's see what the wheel has to say. It already said Terraria, but let's try that again. Why? Because I can. What's that say? Monkey Island 2. Monkey Island 2. I mean, we could Monkey 2. We could Monkey 2. Why not? Why couldn't we Monkey 2? We could so Monkey 2. But also at the same time, I don't know about that one, Chief. Monkey 2.
It just seems so unlikely.
Okay, well, maybe. Let's go. Can I open up Steam? Library. There we go. I don't get why it thinks that Steam and ScumVM are the same thing. I still don't get that. I don't quite understand why it thinks this. Why it believes this is true, when it is in fact not true. That right there is just very odd. Maybe if what if I transform this to fit the screen? There we go. We can just do that. And it's not going to change any of this, right? There, it's fine. So we can look at Steam over here. Wow, look at all this. Isn't this amazing? Steam. We've got all these different games. What could we play? What would we play? All these different Command & Conquer games I have installed. Fallout's all still installed, I'm pretty sure. FPS. We've got Aliens, we've got Halo, we've got Rainbow Six. There's nothing else in this list, just pretend you didn't see that. Japanese RPG. Oh well, I need to get a new controller before I can really continue that. Wow. Monkey Island. Are you really complete without it? Subspace Continuum. Wow. Cyberpunk. Red Dead Redemption 2 has an update. Well, let's update it. Let's update this game. Right now. Let's do it right now. Done. Why would it be updated? Terraria? Oh, well, there is Terraria. We could play some Terraria. I mean, you know. We don't have all the achievements. We are missing a few of these achievements. Which ones are we missing? Unlock one of the dungeon's large mysterious chests with a special key. Have all possible town NPCs living in your world. You command 9 summoned minions simultaneously. Fire a bee gun while wearing a full set of bee armor. Fire a rainbow gun while riding on a unicorn. Obtain Golden Delight, the highest quality meal made from the highest quality ingredients. Find all of the slime pets and have them move in. Delay death by drowning by drinking water. It doesn't make much sense, but you did what you had to do. Completely purify all corruption, crimson, and hollow from your world until the dryad is satisfied. Well, those sound like absolute trash. We're not doing that. Alright, what about... No, we're not playing that. What's in here? Wow, Magic the Gathering. We could play Magic the Gathering. Doesn't that sound amazing? Well, you know what? I think that's what we should do. Let's play some Magic the Gathering. Wow. Let's do it. We're playing Magic. That's right. We're playing Magic. We're gonna play some Magic. It's gonna be amazing. Which, you know what? I probably don't need to have the Warhammer music on then while doing that. It's probably not desirable. What the hell? What? I come back and cards are banned? What do you mean? What do you mean? These cards are banned. That's right. These cards are banned from Magic Arena Explorer, and they're banned from the server. You're not allowed to use these in the Bloodhounds Discord server. That's right. They're banned. They're banned. See, it says right there. Banned. Banhammer. What? Not legal. Not legal. Alright, well, fuck that. Who cares? I wasn't using them, so who cares? Oh, look at this. We got all these new things now. We can get all this stuff if we win. Cast 30 blue or red spells. Cast 20 blue or black spells. Didn't I make a green, black, and a white, red deck? Both of these sound kind of terrible. I mean, that. Well, let's see. Let's swap this one. Blue or green spell. Oh, fuck me. All right, what's this one then? Can we swap this one? You can't swap it. Well, we could make a blue deck, maybe. And get those done. Cast 30 white or black spells. Wait a second. Blue, black. If we made a blue-black deck, we might be able to get this part done. So let's see. Let's go to decks. Let's go to decks. Let's see what we got. We got green, black. We got white, red. Let's see if we can make an alchemy blue, black deck. Let's see what we got. First, let's go over all the way to the end here. Let's go all the way... okay, it's easier with the mouse. Let's go all the way over here. Let's see, blue, black. What do we got here? White, blue, black. Whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a non-land permanent, an opponent controls with mana value less or equal, blah, 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 can control that. Okay. Oh. That's not bad. Do I not have, like, blue, black? Oh, I do. Okay, here we go. Create a 2/2 white and blue detective creature token. You know, fuck it. Let's just create whatever we can create. I don't care. I don't care. Now that's the way to go about it. You just don't care, right? And I'm just gonna make a deck, and then I'm just gonna play it. Oh, let's get this. Why not? And then... at the beginning of your upkeep, target creature card from your graveyard into the battlefield. What? That's amazing. Let's do that. Rat Warlock. Oh wait, what do I have in the blue? Because that's the one I didn't really try out before, right? For this set? Let's see. What do we got with blue? Gnomes, Fairy Wizard. Salamander Mount? What? Octopus Fish. Unsummon. That's not bad for one. That's pretty good. Counter target spell. Wait, Spree. Choose one or more additional costs. Okay. Counter target spell. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact or creature you control. Draw 2 cards, then discard a card. Sure, let's throw that in there. What's this? Sure, let's throw that in there. Let's throw these in there. Let's throw this in there. I don't know, everything. I'm literally just making this so I can try to make that, let's get that, I guess. And this wizard frog. Oh, this is mostly blue now. I'm gonna need some black cards, aren't I? And this is probably gonna be absolute dog shit. But I'm pretty much just making this to get those like, goals or whatever. What's this? Frog Scout. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, investigate. Who cares? Very noble. With one or more fairies, draw a card, then discard a card. When you discard a card, put it this way. Put a 1/1 counter on target fairy you control. Okay. All right. Weird detective. There's probably something good here, but I just have no idea what it is. And they don't have, like, dual-colored decks already, just base in the game, right? Oh, there's something here in the inbox. What's this? Wow. Well, look at that. Wow. You may cast it as though it has a splash. For each creature your opponent controls, create a cursed roll token. Okay. So you play that and then all their creatures become 1/1s? That's pretty good. This is likely going to be absolute dog shit. I'm not expecting to get any actual victories with this deck. If I win with this deck, it is by absolute fluke. I don't expect this deck to win. I'm just using it to get all those things. To use the cast blue spells and cast black spells. That's it. I'm using this to try to get that achievement. I'll get wins with a different deck that works. That's right. I'll use something that actually works and get wins that way. That seems to make more sense. Go first. All right. We'll keep this hand. Why not? There we go. We got a fairy. You've cast one blue and/or black spell. That might count for both. Discards 2 cards unless they discard a non-land card. Wait, why did it get a boost? Oh, I guess because I drew a card because he came into play. If that player has 1 or fewer cards in hand, they lose 2 life. I don't. I have more cards than that. Sorry, game. Oh wait, how do we? Oh, I know how to do this. I know how to get around this. Wcha! That's right. You see that? We're keeping this show monetizable. There's no way that this is going to keep up. That's right, I saved it. Wow. That was a genius move. What's this one? Choose a target creature in your graveyard. Okay. How much more mana do I need? 1 more mana. If I can get 1 more mana, I can play that Virtue of Persistence thing. I can't believe this worked. There's no way that this actually worked. This guy's just gonna get like a last-minute win here. Oh, wait. I'll take this. Wait, what did that do? What did I just do? There's no way. Alright, so we managed to get 13 blue and black together, 6 black, and 7 blue. So that was that worked in a way that it shouldn't have. There's no way I should. There's no reason I should have won that. There is no reason I should have won that. Okay. Opponent goes first. Yeah, we'll keep this. Sure, why not? I don't expect this to work very well. Yeah, we'll take that. See, that guy's gonna get to draw cards, I guess, so that'll be helpful. If they're... Oh, they got a lizard. Here, we'll go with that. I guess to surveil one. Surveil. Oof. This could be trouble. I don't see this working out very well for me. I just want to cast these blue and black spells to get those 3 things unlocked or whatever. And if 2 of them were blue, we'll just try to cast mostly blue. Right, kind of this deck, the way this deck was. I'll probably delete this deck after. This deck sucks. Okay. Oof. We'll just take that one. Because really, the goal here isn't even to get wins. It's just to cast blue and black spells right now. You too can lurk and press the like button. That's true. Oh, nice. I got a jump-in token. Oh, okay, we got one of those things? So now what? Blue, green, black, white. Okay, so I still need to... I'll still use this thing just to try to get... just to cast more of these spells. This isn't even going to be about getting wins. It's just going to be about casting these spells. That's it. And then this deck's getting deleted. It's getting deleted. That's YouTube okay terminology. You go first. Okay, sure, we'll keep this. We'll do a damage. Take a damage. He's got a wall. Okay. Vigilance and prowess. It's not bad. Vigilance and prowess. If I can get this guy... Is that until end of turn? Okay. And then, I'll attack. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. That's not bad. Alright. Oh, that didn't work? Okay, whoops. That didn't work. Okay. Triggered abilities activate twice. Elemental, okay. 5 mana. Well, it's not quite enough, but... Beginning of combat on your turn. Okay. Oh, wait. This thing has ward? Okay. Let's try... Let's return this. And then... Can I copy it? I'll take it. Still not enough for that. I'm gonna go with this one. There we go. With this dog shit deck. Yeah, have fun with that one. It's a good thing I've got this thing that can turn into a 4/4 at the drop of a hat. Okay, make a copy. Okay. Or is he drawing a card, or what's he doing? Yeah, he's still a 1/1. Or I guess you can maybe make another one of those. Okay. There we go. Draw a card and discard a card. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. I'll discard this. Then I'll draw a card and investigate. Then I'm going to enchant this guy, get rid of that. There we go. Sacrifice this, draw a card. And then play that. There we go. At least we're playing lots of cards. That's the thing here. That's the real trick here. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to play cards. I'm going to take 6 damage here. Maybe. Alright. I might not be able to get through this. We'll see. Do that one. Play this. Choose a number between... I don't know. I'll choose 4. Don't have to win, just have to play a bunch of cards. That's the any hole's a goal on this one. That was pretty close. That was pretty close. But considering the deck I built was complete dog shit that I'd made just to do these... White or black spells? Do we have a white-black deck? Let's see. If we go to play Alchemy... Do we have white-black? Wait, do we? Well, I could probably just get away with this, right? I don't need to do... I can just do this. This'll be fine. Let's do Mouses, Mooses, Mises. I'm not doing Power to the People, AR. Never! 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 We're gonna do Mouses, Mooses, Mises. Because this deck is when I actually started spending those, like, wild cards on. Because I was like, you know what, this looks broken. I could probably do this and this could be fun. This could be funny. And of course it's a red-white deck, right? We're going in full red wall. It is similar to my Sheckling Storm, the Rat Raider deck. Yeah, I'll do that one. I'll put that on top. Yeah. Sounds great. Yeah, we'll just... That's fine. Choose attackers. And I'll attack with the rabbit guy. You can block or you can not. Now, next turn, this is going to get nasty. Ooh, 1/1 counters. Okay. Oh, poor guy. Thought for sure it would have been Boom on his side. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. There we go. Got him. Easy win. Easy win. So we need 3 more white spells, and then we're done with that. And then I guess we'll get a pack. So I guess if we can get... We'll get 1 more game in, we'll get a pack, we'll open up a pack. And then we'll probably wrap this up in the next 15 minutes. So we're... But it's blue, so watch out. Oh, really? The funny thing about that. Goose Monkey. Alright, Goose Monkey. Let's see how we do here. Ooh, that's, this is looking rough. Let's go with it. Let's live dangerously. Really, I just need to cast some spells, and I'm fine. Fuck it, we'll just cast it. I don't care. We'll just go for that turn 1 spell. Ah, shit. This is looking like a bad hand already. If I don't have that, if I don't have a mix of mana. This could be trouble. Oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. Give mice some +1/+1. Give them that goodness. And then we'll get this guy out next turn and give him double strike. Okay. Okay. A 1-1 counter. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Oof. What's with red-white decks? Just being ruthless. Oh, I didn't even get a cast. I didn't even get that, like, last white spell. Oh, I got cucked. Alright. Let's get one more. All I need to do is just cast a single white spell. And then I could even quit. And we'll be good. Just cast it and quit. Ah! Ah, wonderful. Ah. It's always good when you spill coffee all over yourself. That's a way to wake yourself in the morning. That's the best part of waking up. Coffee all over yourself. So come on, give me a plains and give me that white mouse that costs 1. I'll cast it and then leave. Just give it to me. Oh no, oh no, that's red. Let's go with it. We'll just go with it. What's this? Satyr Scout. Oh no. Am I going up against like a Dungeons and Dragons deck? Alright. Joshib. Josh with an E-B. Josh E-B. My McChicken sandwich smells like pancake syrup. Oh, isn't that the best, though? Isn't that what you want? Pancakes and syrup. Not like fried chicken. Uh-oh. That thing's big and scary. What the hell? I had to go northeast, south, and west on that thing. You're gonna just block the guy? Come on. Block the guy. Block him. Block the guy. Block him. I dare you. He's debating it. He's debating it. That's right. That's right. You are in trouble. Oh, great. This is awesome. This is excellent. Oh, he's got another one of those. Uh-oh. Can I re-equip this to this? Fuck it, I'm going all in! I'm going all in! I'm going all in! Are you sure you want to do that, buddy? Oh, mice. Alright, we got a level up. We didn't get the pack? What do you mean we didn't get the pack? Wait, what? We didn't cast enough? Oh, no. Cast 30 white or black spells. Oh, don't you say it, AR. Oh, no. Do I not have it? What is it, standard play?
This one is called standard, because it's the most common way to play.
Alright, let's play standard, I guess. We'll play standard, but I don't have to like it, okay? I don't have to like it, so to keep this monetized, I'm just gonna cover that. To keep it monetizable. We'll see, actually. I played all that Warhammer music. We'll see what happens. We'll see how that works. Alright. Oh, they gain a life. Okay. We'll play this. We'll play a dog. That's right. You have to exile a card from your hand now. That's right. I'm doing things. We're going places. Hurry it up. Hurry it up. We got things to do. We got places to be. Whenever another creature you control with power 2 or less enters. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. Flying and lifelink, I'll take that. Menace. It can't be blocked by at least... Okay, there we go. We got 3 spells off. We got 3. How many did I need? Oh, fuck. Oh, did we get the pack? We did it? We did it! We did it, fam. What is it? A pirate? When it enters, look at the top 4 cards of your library, reveal an artifact. Who cares? We got the pack. Screw this. Wait, no, wait, wrong one. Ah, no! Okay, let's go. Let's open up this pack. What do we get here in this bloom? Oh, I'm gonna get a mythic rare thing. Bam! Alright, what do we got here? Something new? Star Charter. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained or lost life this turn, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card with power 3 or less from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest at the bottom of your library. Okay. Finch Formation. Bird Scout. Offspring 3. Okay. 1/1 flying. And it gains flying and flying. Okay. When it enters, target creature you control. What was that? Hazel's Nocturne. Return up to 2 target creature cards from your graveyard to your hand. Each opponent loses 2 life. You gain 2 life. You get anything good? Dragonhawk. Fate's Tempest. We got that Canadian mythic rare. Whenever Dragonhawk enters or attacks, exile the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creatures you control with power 4 or greater. You may play those cards until your next end step. At the beginning of your next end step, Dragonhawk deals 2 damage to each opponent for each of those cards that are still exiled. So wait, I mean, wouldn't they be still exiled technically the next turn and the next turn? They'd still be exiled. I don't think they can come back from being exiled. I think that's kind of the definitive end of it. Does that just keep stacking? Probably not. Probably not. Alright, so let's exit out of this. Alright. You're back from lurking? Welcome back, Curry, because we were just about to wrap up. It's turning midnight. It's turning that Cinderella hour. We're wrapping up. We're wrapping up here. The Gathering of the Magic is done. That's right. We did it. We did it, fam. We played just as much as I wanted to play of that game. So we're going to dial it out. We're going to get out of here. Tony, you're sleeping? Oh, he's sleeping. Alright, and we'll be back for tomorrow for the next time we do whatever we do. And maybe tomorrow, if we do more hobby, I'll be doing more intricate stuff. Maybe we'll play a game. I don't really know what the schedule is like right now. I'm kind of just playing it up by ear right now. We're kind of just going off of the impulse. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going. So thank you for everybody for joining. Let's give the shout-outs to all the people here. We have a shout-out to Nitro192. Shout-out to Curry. We have a shout-out to Dark Tech, who showed up earlier. We got a shout-out to AR. And we'll see you all again tomorrow.